Hey, what's going on, guys? Intuitive 717 here. I am back with another reading. We're going to dive right into a collective message around the divine feminine collective, okay? I'm hearing that you're untouchable and enticing, okay? I feel like many of you you've outgrown certain parts of yourself, certain parts of the connection with your divine masculine, and you're moving ahead. I'm hearing them all the way up. Many of you could be focused on career goals, financial goals. You could be focused on your family, your health, your home. A lot of you could be delving into new passions also, where you're tempted to do something different or more creative. Okay, and I feel like this is all being stemmed from just wanting to move on from this divine masculine. You're outgrowing them in some way, okay? The Empress, you're being called to embrace your divine feminine energy. That's what I'm saying. A lot of you could be focused on like your home at this time. Focused on your feminine energy, I feel, is just not wanting to be stressed out in any way. And that's what I feel like many of you could be picking up on, is that no matter what's going on, if it brings stress to the table, you're just quick to cut it off in some way. The Empress is usually all of the queens combined. So you're not willing to entertain it. You've already walked the road. And I feel too, whoever you are, you're quite accomplished, you're quite independent. And because of this independence, it's very difficult to shake your stability. Okay, you have so much independence that you're just not tolerating anything at this time. So you're ready to charge ahead and move forward in some way. We have the Nine of Cups also. So you're really just enjoying the fruits of your labor and being grateful. We have the symbol of the pink lotus here as well. And such a beautiful kitty. I mean, she even has a fish and a bird close by. We have a bird in the tree. All of the cups are lined up above her head. This feels like someone who has worked really hard to have emotional stability on this connection. Like in this connection with your divine masculine, I feel like many of you, to be the Empress, you've mastered every lesson that's been thrown your way on this journey. And now you are ready to just have peace of mind. I feel like many of you, like I feel like you've told the universe, like if new love is going to come into my life, I want it to be peaceful. If it's going to be my divine masculine, he's going to know all of my boundaries, or I won't have to chase after anything. I can just relax. And I feel like many of you have put yourselves in a position where, again, with the Nine of Cups, emotionally, you're feeling really fulfilled. You're feeling on top of yourself. A lot of you are nurturing, I want to say your health, and that's what's making you feel really vital. Some of you could be aging backwards. I want to say that some of you could be taking up hobbies, like, your skincare routine game is on fire. Many of you could be going outdoors a lot. Like I do foresee a lot of you wanting to be out in nature or take up hobbies that puts you out into nature. So learning to swim or wanting to learn to kayak or just be in the water in general with the cups energy could be something that's very significant. Maybe you guys don't know how to swim and you guys are like, I really need to learn how to swim. The Empress is like in a place of like, what do I want to do? What do I want to create? When I wake up, how do I want to spend the day? Like, this is how abundant you are. That's why you're in a place where it's like, if anybody comes to that gate, not to the door, because you've got a gate, okay? You got a gate on the property. They better be coming with good intentions, good energy, because you're a master now. You can pick up on things. You have high standards for yourself. And I feel like it's because you've worked very hard to, again, secure emotional stability. Not only are you protective of yourself, you're protective of your community, you're protective of your children, your family, your pets. You really are, again, untouchable, enticing and untouchable. Okay, completely fulfilled here in the Nine of Cups energy. What else are you guys focused on in terms of these hobbies? Oh, we have the King of Cups here. You're also in complete control of your emotions. And I feel like when it comes to your divine masculine counterpart, because that's who I'm picking up on right now, they know that there is no more game playing. I feel like you two have matured. You've matured too much on the journey at this time for there to be any game playing. They can read your energy clearly at this time. They can read all of the signals clearly at this time. If there is any kind of separation between you two, they know it's because you're in this Empress energy. I feel like there's been like a huge shift in the energy as well with the divine feminines, where with the Empress, it's easy to practice detachment because you have so much abundance in your life that it's very difficult to hold on to things that aren't serving you. You know, again, if it's not adding value to your life, the Empress is very quick to release it. You're really good at outsourcing things, so you don't necessarily need anybody to do anything for you. Everything you're able to outsource because of your abundance. So you don't carry like a desperate energy or a need to settle type of energy. Okay. Many of you have worked very, very, very hard to be in this place. So no one's coming around, fucking around on your emotions, playing games. Those days are over. That's what I feel like the King of Cups came through to say. Okay, you're in complete control of your emotions. People can go off and do whatever it is they need to do. If it doesn't concern you, if it's not your business. Again, I'm hearing Eve because she says something about she doesn't have any interest if it don't involve the bank. That's how I feel like you guys are with the Empress energy. Like, it doesn't interest you. The only type of interest you're interested in is if you're going to the bank and there's interest. Okay? This is how unbothered the Empress is. Listen to that song, guys, Satisfaction by Eve. It could be, again, you mastering all of the queens, and now you just have complete emotional stability, calling the shots in your own life. Okay? Let's see how your masculine sees you at this time. What are they working on within themselves based off of your energy? Because you're the Empress now in this reading, okay? So what's going on with your masculines? Okay, these are way too many, so I'll take what's at the very top and bottom of this pile. Okay, so we do have the Five of Swords here. Okay, so this could represent conflict, okay? Look at this card, how adorable, guys. Okay, these two look like they probably had a fight here. Maybe that could be some confirmation there, okay? I feel like this could be that big, just kind of sword in the connection right now between you two. It's like you're at odds, you're at different parts of the journey right now. This could also mean that many of your divine masculines could be just at conflict with themselves or at war with themselves. I feel like the dog put the rose there and the cat's like, I don't care. The dog's like, you're not even going to take the rose? Someone's in the doghouse, another message here I'm getting, because again, with you being in this Empress energy, you're in your strength. Okay, I feel like anybody approaching you needs to approach with caution. Even if they feel like they're bigger than you, stronger than you, smarter than you, you have more agility. You have an army on your side. You have a big spiritual team and army on your side. Whoever you are, Divine Feminine, this is exactly why it is you can't lose. Okay, the energy I'm also picking up on is you've been dealing with a Divine Masculine, maybe even karmic energies around them as well, that I feel have consistently created conflict on this journey for the both of you. And something that keeps to serve as a trigger here is you keep going up, you keep elevating. Nothing can break your emotional stability. This is something that you were blessed with. You're going to keep going. Your ancestors and your spirit guides are here to refuel you every single time. It doesn't matter what people throw at you. I'm also sensing too, like with the Strength card as well, like a lot of the Divine Feminines, you've had to put up with quite a lot on this journey. You've had to have a lot of inner strength and resilience on this journey. And I feel like with the infinity symbol here, That's somewhat of your superpower, is resilience. It's like when bad things happen to you, the Empress knows how to alchemize, right? You know how to take pain and turn it into pleasure. You use pain to allow it to motivate you and turn it into something beautiful. I'm seeing like when, remember that movie with Reese Witherspoon? I can't think of it right now, but is it Sweet Home Alabama? I don't know. But anyways, it's when lightning strikes the sand and it turns into glass. It's like, I feel like you are just something beautiful that ends up coming out of, like, if something bad happens to you, something beautiful ends up coming out of it. Or, okay, what I'm seeing is like okay, this is what I'm hearing in my head. She just keeps getting more beautiful. That's what I want to spit out. She just keeps getting more and more beautiful. I feel like this is how your divine masculines feel. I am sensing a little bit that many of them may be tired on the journey as well with the strength card here. Many of them may be realizing that no matter what it is they do, they can't fight this connection. Also too, okay, let's get the masculine's energy and those they're surrounded by and what they're learning about those they're surrounded by. Because I'm hearing sabotage. Because you keep showing up as the Empress, Divine Feminine, and something ain't adding up and something doesn't make sense. Okay, I feel like with the Strength card, you always come out on top and it's like, what the hell? And they turn around and they look at the people around them and they're like, why am I being kept away from the Empress? Like if, you know, I'm hearing like if she's such bad news, why does she keep going up and elevating? Like you always come to a place where you experience peace of mind and then it makes your Divine Masculine long for you. What's going on with them? Okay, so we have the Two of Cups. Yeah, this is them yelling out, like, why am I being kept away from my partnership? There's part of this puzzle here that's missing. Many of them look at you and they feel like they should be experiencing harmony, union, partnership. There's happiness with you that's waiting to be had, and it's frustrating to them that it simply cannot manifest. And I feel like no matter how many times the people around them, lovers, family members, friends, put you under spiritual attack with their energy, it could come in the form of like just thoughts, like people don't know why it is they're drawn to you both or why it is they're so invested in not seeing you two together, but they don't also realize like that is a form of spiritual attack over the union with you. And I feel like a lot of your Divine Masculines are starting to feel the effects of it because you guys are heavily protected. You keep elevating, and I feel like your spirit guides, your ancestors, they're protecting you from any kind of attacks. They have you surrounded, okay, completely surrounded. Sometimes in that kitty energy too, look at that face, right? That don't look like a dangerous face, but you're very, very dangerous. Okay, a lot of people don't know where this inner strength and resilience comes from. And I feel like a lot of your Divine Masculines, it's frustrating. They want this partnership with you, and they do heavily see you as the Empress right now, okay? Many of them may need a stronger mentor in their lives. I feel like a lot of them, it's been coming up in their readings too, where they need someone to talk to who understands this journey. Not like they've been going the route the last few years of trying to talk to like close family and friends. I feel like even just online apps like maybe BetterHelp or even like ChatGPT, things like that. They've been trying their best to figure it out. And I feel like for a lot of them, being drawn to some kind of spiritual advisor or spiritual counselor, spiritual mentor is the last resort here. Okay, but many of them are leading up to it. Okay, they're going to find a lot of comfort in this as well if they move towards the Hierophant energy, surrounding themselves with like-minded people, with people who understand the spiritual journey. I feel like there's already people like this in their lives, but in the past they've tended to like avoid these people. It could be family and friends who maybe have like a spiritual side, and they've always kind of just avoided those people. But now, maybe years later, it's like, oh man, these people probably could assist me at this time and help me with some kind of understanding. Because we have the Two of Swords here, which is, sorry guys, it's definitely about making a big decision here. Walking on thin ice or walking on sharp blades here. You know, a make or break decision as well for many of them, because I think that like they can't stand the idea of you getting away, and it really bothers them that they don't know how the hell you keep elevating And they're getting hit with a lot of this spiritual energy. Like when they got to make a choice, it's like, you better friggin' make that choice or we're going to hit you with some serious karma for the next month or two. Okay, they don't know how it is you're bouncing back from stuff. Okay, and believe me, they feel it. Like they know too when they indulge in certain karmic things, and they know that when they interact with you, they know when your energy shifts or changes, and they can feel the heaviness sometimes, and even in their own lives, they can feel the heaviness. But each time they look at you, you're just filled with optimism. You keep riding the wave. Okay, we have the Emperor. How do you do it, Divine Feminine? How do you keep this kind of balance is what they want to know. And if you guys are connected to one another, then they want to be able to catch up to that energy. I think in one of the last readings I had that where it's like they want that same effect. You know, it's like your purity attracts abundance. That purity comes from you appreciating the fact that you're living this earthly experience. So many of you are knocking down a lot of the illusions, right? You're keeping your spirit clean. You're keeping your energy clean. You're drawing those boundaries. You know, many of you are not afraid of solitude. Okay, you're heeding all of the spiritual signs around you. A lot of your divine masculines really, really, really want to be in your company at this time, because if you're the Empress right now, then you can possibly assist them on this journey to becoming the Emperor. The Emperor here is all about self-control in every single area of your life. This is the new sexy, guys. The new sexy is discipline, self-control. You know, having experience under your belt, being sober-minded. You know, getting through life with optimism. That's the new sexy. Somebody wants some of that, because that's the kind of sauce you're over, you know, the sauce in your cups here, Empress. It's overpouring with, you know, that kind of optimism in that sauce where you're just coasting through life. Even when you're hit with a lot of your spiritual awakening stuff, the dark night of the soul, the tower moments, you've spent so much time building a relationship with your spirit guides through heeding the signs, through the synchronicity, reading the numbers, knowing when you're on the right path, knowing when you need to make a shift, knowing when you need to let go. And I feel like someone is kicking themselves in the butt because they could have been learning all of these beautiful secrets. And now they're maybe having to stumble in the dark and look for, you know, and it's like you're looking for your pair of glasses in the night, and it's like you're stumbling around and then you find it, but then at the same time you knock it off the counter on the ground and then it rolls under your bed and you're like, damn it. So that's what I feel like is happening for the divine masculines right now, seeing you in this Empress energy. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys. If you guys would like a personal session with me, I do have 20% off all of my services. Head over to hipsy.com. You guys know where to find me. And if you guys would like to join the channel memberships, I do have the 18 plus extended readings in there for you to view as well. I will have some more sensual readings coming for you guys that are a little bit more explicit. I was uncovering some of my decks and I'm like, man, the good old days when YouTube didn't have a lot of the restrictions, but I will be bringing some of the explicit ones over to Hipsy. So stay tuned for that. Okay. It's like a 3-part series I'm working on for you guys to indulge in. All right. Otherwise, yeah, you guys take it easy and I will catch you in the next one. All right. Take care, guys. Bye.